Oh, that works so well. Thank you for being here for our farewell ceremony. This is the closing and really last part of our 26th International Congress on Sound and Vibration. I'm still Jérémie Voix and the general chair of that meeting. I was really honored to have you all, and I was asked to give you again a couple statistics, and maybe some of you were not there yesterday night. So for the ones that were not there yesterday night, you should realize that I'm now really feeling a lot more relaxed. A lot of the weight I had on my shoulders, not to name that dancer, is gone. So that's really a relief now. And so I'm really happy to tell you that we were quite successful in terms of session organized. We had 829 sessions. That includes some of the social breaks as well, but that's a lot of activities that was going around, and that was on the same venue, quite convenient. 861 attendees. I even have, I think, a little short list cheat sheet that I can use to give you exactly the breakdown on those attendees. And so that would be 857 delegates, so I guess there are 4 that are just VIP people. 842 that were attendees, paid attendees. 119 that were not present. So again, those are either people that could not make it and told me in advance, some people that couldn't tell us for whatever reason. And the reason often for those no-shows are unfortunately that there were some visa issues with people, abroad. Obviously, some people with personal or medical reasons. You heard obviously of John Casselly, who couldn't make it for the keynote speaker. And finally, on site, we had 723. So I don't know what that numbers mean, but this is what we have. Anyway, so, and for the gala, we were 356. I guess that's the number of attendees, and 272. So I don't know, but those are numbers. You wanted numbers, they are the numbers. Okay? So in terms of involvement, we had 410 people. This is an update from yesterday night. 410 people that used the app and created their own personalized schedule. A lot of you actually took the time to give us comments or evaluation through the feedback system that we have. So we have 450 responses. I invite the ones amongst you who did not yet send any survey to do so. That's really helpful for the organizer. That's really helpful to get the feedback directly from you and do better for the next ICSV congresses. And we got actually some rating because there is a happy face and bad, not smiling face. And so the average rating has been increasing over the last hours. It's now 8.7 over 10. So which is, I think, again, due to the high quality of the venue and the food and organization, and I'm really proud of all the support and great organizing team that was around that. And also to tell you that a couple of you obviously are annoyed when there is a no-show and that wasn't, I haven't been notified and could not enter that in the app. So I will personally take and send a little email to those people who did not show up, just to tell them that maybe they could next time warn us, because that would be a professional way to behave. We had some popular sessions. You can see here the top 5 are actually the opening ceremony, the first plenary, the welcome reception, the closing ceremony, and the gala banquet. So that's really, I think the socials were really popular. And we do as well have a highly rated presentation, so congratulations if you are there. And we have now a couple good memories that we'd like to share with you, and that will be covering a lot of the events that you may not have been involved in, but there was a lot of activities, as I said, that was surrounding with those site visits, those business meetings outside. There is a behind-the-scene preparation, all the work from the volunteers. And so I invite you to watch with me this little photo kiosk that will be running now. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank again all the volunteers and staff and person for this Congress. Without you, that wouldn't have been possible. Thank you. So, so much emotion, so much memories. And we had a couple thousand more that we didn't present. No, seriously, they are actually all online on the website. If you go to ICSV26.org, you will see for the 4 days, all the pictures are posted. If you have good memories that you'd like to share, you can as well send them to site coordinator at ICSV26.org or send them to me. We'll make sure to post them online. Likewise, if there is one that you don't want to see, we could as well remove that. That's no problem. There was a lot of drinking involved in what I've seen, but I know there was a lot of business events going on as well, so maybe that's things you want to report and share with us. On that note, I will now pass slowly to the upcoming Congress that will be held in Praha, and I will call on stage Katarina, who will actually give us a little overview of what next year conference will be. Thank you.
So good afternoon, and once again, thank you, Jérémie and Nathalie, for all the hard work, because we know exactly how much work is behind this Congress, like this was, and now I already feel it on our shoulders for next year. So let's move to Prague for next year. Here you can see the official logo for next year. And why we have chosen Prague as a destination for next year. It's really easy to connect because we are right in the center of Europe. It's a great infrastructure there, and it's easy to connect. Great accessibility. You can see that there are direct flights to more than 165 destinations, and there are no visa requirements for more than 89 countries. And this is a picture of Prague, because Prague is really beautiful. You will have an opportunity to see the beautiful architecture. Here are some statistics, because we heard some statistics during these 3-4 days. And you can see, for example, that Prague was the world's greenest city, that it's number 9 meeting destination, and some others. And the airport, because it's the first point when you will arrive to Prague, and you will see that it's very modern, just 2 terminals, easy to go from there, and it's close to the city center. This is the city overview. The good thing about Prague is that it's small, and almost everything is within walking distance. And this is the venue for next year. It will be similar like here. Everything will be under one roof. It will be in a hotel, in a Congress hotel, Hilton Prague, which is the biggest hotel in Central Europe with 791 rooms. Here you can see some pictures from the hotel, and the hotel gave us a very special rate for you for next year, so you will check that soon online. The rates are really fantastic. And it's very easily reachable. It's only 5 minutes from the railway station and 20 minutes from the airport. Here are some pictures and facts about the hotel. Here are the rooms which are newly refurbished. This is the Congress Hall, which is really huge. It's for up to 1,200 people. So there will be plenty of space for everything. This is the Hilton foyer, which I'm sure the exhibitors will appreciate because there will be space in the foyer for their stands. And of course, if someone doesn't want to stay in a Congress hotel, there are more opportunities within walking distance from Hilton Prague. And we will be happy to welcome you at our Czech evening, which will be full of Czech beer and all the heavy, unhealthy Czech food and music and everything. And if you will have some spare time, or if you will bring your wives or relatives, they can do lots of optional tours, which we will be offering, like the early morning jogging, even a beer spa, which is really interesting. So everyone had in their bags this leaflet. We had it in English and we had it in Chinese language. the 2-page. And this is us. And I will just like to introduce my colleague Gabriela, who will be in charge, and also the most important person from the Czech Republic for next year, which is Professor Jiří Tuma, who will be the general chair. So thank you, and we will be looking forward to see you next year.
This is the end, my friends and colleagues. That's really it. We cannot go longer than that. And again, a large and good thank you for all the people that were involved in making this possible. I don't know where Natalie is, but you understood that she was instrumental in assisting me. I could never have done that without her. Without Frank, our technical and scientific chair. Without Julien, our exhibition and sponsor manager. Without Vera, our site manager and volunteers organizer. Without all the technical chairs, session chairs, without the distinguished lectionary planners we had, without the IIV board members, the IIV directors, the IIV president, I think. And that's really all team behind. I may have missed a couple of you. But nevertheless, thank you very much for that. That was really nice to have you here, and I hope you really enjoyed your conference. On that note, I will just invite you to take your time, but exit the room to have a little farewell cocktail that will be served in the foyer just outside of the room. And we have the hotel until the end of the day. You are welcome as well to leave us your lanyards and badges. If you don't intend to keep them as memories, you can just we'll reuse them or recycle them in an interesting way. And as I mentioned, all the pictures are already online. You do also have the videos of the different ceremonies and keynotes. So if you want to share that with colleagues that couldn't make it, that could be interesting. And I think I covered everything. So again, a big thank you to all of you. See you next year.